everyone, my name is NURFATIHah binti Jasmi and I'll be presenting on the introduction. Now, these days, almost every company relies on the digital technology to run their daily operations. While this definitely helps with the efficiency of the company, but it also opens the door to the new cyber threats such as hacking, scams, data leaks, and even ransomware. The impact can be huge, from financial losses and operational disruption to damage to the company's image and customers losing trust. That's why the company need to take strong steps to protect their system and data. Now, many companies follow global standards, for example, like ISO 27001 and the NIST cybersecurity framework. But in Malaysia, the PDPA is an important law that guides how personal data should be handled. In this project, our group looked for 5 different companies from different industry in Malaysia, such as the company that we choose is Top Glove, Secom DG, KBJ Healthcare, Inari, Amartan, and Aeon Credit. We analyzed their most recent sustainability and annual reports to understand how they manage their cybersecurity. In this project also, we focus on 3 different areas, which is governance and compliance, risk management and incident response, and how much they invest in cybersecurity and employee training.
Assalamualaikum, my name is KARMILA SYUHADA binti ZALIZAN, and this part of presentation is about Celcom Digi Berhad, one of the biggest telecommunications companies in Malaysia. It was formed in 2022 after the merge between Celcom and Digi, since the company handled a lot of customer data and support millions of users through its digital service. Having strong cybersecurity is very important to protect both the business and users. Celcom Digi has shown a serious commitment to information security. The company has a special committee called the Board Governance and Risk Management Committee that look after cybersecurity matter. It also follows international and local standards such as ISO 27001 and CCG, GRI, and PDPA. In addition, Celcom Digi invested 55 million in digital tools like AI and scam prevention technology. All employees were also full trained in cybersecurity and ethics. This effort shows that Celcom Digi is taking a strong and organized approach to protecting its system and data. For score summary, based on the evaluation, Celcom Digi score 0.96 in governance and compliance because of the strong board involvement and clear policies. In risk management, the score was 0.72. This is because even though the company was transparent and identified key risks, it did not mention having a cyber insurance, and there was a limited details about testing or simulations. For cybersecurity investment and training, Celcom Digi received 0.80, which reflects its large investment in technology and for staff training. However, there was no mention of a Security Operations Center, SOC, which is something that can still be improved. The final score for Celcom Digi is 0.816, which shows that this company has a strong cybersecurity practice in place. Overall, the Celcom Digi is doing very well in terms of governance, awareness, and investment. With a few more improvements, like adding a cyber insurance and setting up a dedicated SOC, the company can reach an even higher level of security in the future.
Now, let us look on the Top Glove background and their cybersecurity performance across the 3 key areas. Top Glove is a public company that listed on the main market of Bursa Malaysia and the main board of Singapore Exchange. It is recognized as the world's largest manufacturer of gloves, including natural gloves, exported to 195 countries worldwide from its operating factories. Firstly, in governance and compliance, the Top Glove score 0.72 of 1. They are doing well here. Strong board oversight through their sustainability committee, which is in ISO 27001. They are certified since 2021, and they also follow Malaysia's data protection law. But we can see from here, their cybersecurity policies should be more detailed. In risk management score, they scored more lower at 0.44, while they have a solid risk framework with a 289 trained staff and report zero security breach, but they also have serious gaps. In the report, they did not mention the penetration testing mentioned, and surprisingly, no cyber insurance for a global company, it could be a risky business. Finally, in investment and training, they score 0.60, which sounds a very good news, right? Because they spend 2.3 million on the cybersecurity and run monthly phishing tests. But the bad news is they don't have 24/7 security monitoring center. They also don't have no AI-based threat detection and missing modern security tools. They are doing basics well, but they are not keeping up with the advanced modern threats. So, Toggler's final score is 0.72 out of 1. That's moderate cybersecurity maturity. They also have solid foundations, but significantly room for improvement. Their strengths are clear: good governance, ISO certification, and employee training. They also have reporting zero incidents, which is quite positive, though we want more transparency on how they detect and respond to the threats. But these gaps are concerning. No cyber insurance for a company at their size is very risky. One major breach could be financially devastated. The lack of penetration testing means that they do not know their vulnerability, and without a dedicated security monitoring center, they are essentially flying blind on a real-time test. Now, my recommendations are straightforward. Get cybersecurity insurance immediately. That's non-negotiable. Start regular on the pen testing to find weakness before the hackers do. Build or outsource a security operations center for 24/7 monitoring. And finally, invest on a modern AI-based security tools. Bottom line is, Toggler is not terrible at cybersecurity, but in today's threat landscape, not terrible is not enough. So they need to move from reactive to proactive security. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Siti NURFATIHAH binti ZAINUDDIN, and I will now continue with the company KPG Healthcare Berhad. So please listen to my presentation. KPG Healthcare Berhad is Malaysia's largest private hospital organization, originating in 1981 with the establishment of the nation's first private specialist hospital in Johor. Over more than 4 decades, KPG has expanded significantly, now operating a network of approximately 29 specialist hospitals across Malaysia, alongside ambulatory care centers and senior living facilities. Okay, firstly, governance and compliance. Score 0.62. KPG demonstrate good governance with data privacy policies under their ESG framework and cybersecurity oversight by the RSGC, which report directly to the board. They also show robust data protection in digital initiative. However, they are kept informal certification like ISO 27001 and specific control for third-party risk. Secondly, risk management and incident response score 0.60. KPG has clear cyber liability insurance coverage and regularly tests its business continuity plans. Nevertheless, we noted a lack of disclosures regarding detect cyber incidents and no clear mention of critical penetration testing or vulnerability assessment. Lastly, cybersecurity investment and training score 0.28. This is an area requiring serious attention. KPG does not disclose a clear, dedicated cybersecurity budget. Employee training is general and not cybersecurity specific, and there's no mention of using emerging security technologies like AI or having a 24/7 security operations center (SOC). These are vital for proactive threat detection. As a result, the final overall score stands at 0.51. Okay, now strengths. First, strong governance structure. Second, business continuity and crisis preparedness. 3, insurance coverage. 4, commitment to data protection. Okay, area for improvement. Okay, first, lack of technical control and tool. 2, low investment transparency. 3, general staff training only. And last, limited disclosure on cyber incident and audit. Okay, in summary, KPG shows strong leadership and strategic direction in governance and risk planning. However, it needs to increase investment in cybersecurity specific technologies, employee training, threat detection, infrastructure, and reporting transparency to improve overall maturity and resilience. That's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, and my name is ROSMANIZA RAHIM, and for our industry analysis, I selected Inari Amalgam Berhad, a leading Malaysia semiconductor company. Under governance and compliance, the company has a formal risk management structure with sustainability and risk management committee reporting to the board. While oversight is strong, there is no disclosure of ISO 27001 certification or third-party cybersecurity audits. So we assign a score of 0.6. In risk management and incident response, they show proactive disaster recovery efforts and cyber risk monitoring, but there is no detailed incident response plan or real-time breach reporting, which also warrant a zero point 0.6. For investment and training, they maintain basic infrastructure like antivirus, firewalls, and patching system. Training is mentioned, but investment transparency and gen tools like AI or SOC are missing. So again, the score is 0.6. Overall, the final maturity score is 0.60, which falls under strong security measure with good industry alignment. To conclude, Inari Emerton Cybersecurity poster demonstrate a solid baseline maturity level. The company benefit from structured governance, oversight, and integrated risk management planning, particularly through its sustainability and risk management committee and internal audit control. Their maturity score at 0.60 reflects strength in internal governance and operational readiness. However, key areas for improvement remain, particularly in transparency, strategic disclosure, and formal certification. At present, Inari has not obtained ISO certification such as ISO 27001, which is the globally recognized standard for information security management system. Additionally, the company has not yet to disclose a formal incident response plan or public reporting structure for cyber events, enhancing visibility into cybersecurity investment, pursuing internationally recognized certification, and formalizing response strategy will help Inari build a greater stakeholder trust and align more closely with evolving industry expectation. These improvements are essential to ensuring a long-term resilient and stronger protection in an increasing complex digital landscape.
Moving forward, I will now present on AEON Credit Service, a subsidiary of the AEON Group that offers a wide range of consumer financial services guided by the enduring customer first philosophy. With a strong focus on responsible credit solutions, the company acknowledged the critical need to protect personal and financial data. Information security is deeply woven into its operations, where ethical conduct and regulatory compliance work together to uphold customer trust. In response to an increasingly digital financial landscape, AYUN Credit continues to strengthen its digital infrastructure and corporate governance practices to ensure service resilience and security. AYUN Credit Service, operating within the highly regulated financial services industry, demonstrates exceptional strength in governance and compliance, earning a top score of 1.0. Given the industry's critical need to protect sensitive financial data and maintain customer trust, the company's strong oversight, formal cybersecurity governance structure, and strict compliance with data privacy regulations reflect a mature and responsible approach. These measures align well with both local regulatory expectations and international frameworks such as ISO 271. In contrast, a score of 0.3 in risk management and incident response signals a significant area of concern. While risk frameworks are evident, the absence of disclosed cyber insurance coverage is a notable weakness, particularly for a financial institution where the consequences of cyber attack can be financially and reputationally devastating. Financial firms must prioritize detection and response and also financial preparedness to ensure operational resilience. The lowest score of 0.2 in cybersecurity investment and training further underscores a gap in long-term risk mitigation. The lack of emphasis on employee training and emerging technologies such as AI-driven threat detection leave the company more vulnerable to sophisticated cyber threats. In the financial sector, where cyber risks evolve rapidly, to continuous investment in both people and technology is essential. AYUN Credit Service achieved the highest score of 0.85, demonstrating a mature and integrated approach to cybersecurity. As a financial service provider, the company operates in a highly regulated environment where safeguarding customer data is vital. Its strong performance across governance, risk management, and employee training reflects a well-established culture of digital resilience. On the other hand, Inari Amatran Berhad, operating in the semiconductor sector, scored the lowest at 0.484. The lower rating is across all areas, such as a reactive rather than strategic approach to cybersecurity, which is concerning in an industry increasingly dependent on automation and interconnected systems. To close these gaps, organizations must begin treating cybersecurity as a business enabler, not as an IT issue. Executive leaders should embed cyber risk into core decision-making processes, while companies invest in ongoing employee awareness, incident response drills, and the upgrading of outdated systems. Industry bodies can also support this shift by introducing sector-specific guidelines and encouraging greater transparency. Learning from finance and other digitally advanced sectors can provide a practical roadmap toward achieving long-term cyber resilience. That wraps up our session. On behalf of my team, thank you for listening.